So this video is taking a look at how we can use the new Smart Notebook iPad app, which I'm really excited about. So what I'm going to do is this one's going to talk about how you can create new content with the iPad app. So I'm going to just launch the Notebook iPad app here. And this is what it looks like when you open and download it. There is a great tutorial that Smart gives you when you download the app from the App Store, and it does walk you through how to work with all of the different features and a lot of stuff that I'm going to show you during this video. But we'll go through this all one step at a time. So I'm going to start with a blank file here. And it opens up just like this. It is a light version of Notebook, and it is designed for kids to use and work with it. So what we have is the ability to ink on the page. We have the ability to erase on a page. And the kids have the ability to add some typed text. When you launch the text box, I find that you have to type back into the text box there to get your cursor going. And you can just start typing. I love that it's got your typical iPad autocorrect and your typical iPad keyboard. So now I can tuck my keyboard away. Now this is where it's the same as Notebook. If I don't come back to my cursor tool, I can't work with the objects on my page. So I'm going to come back to my select tool, and now I can move this object around like any other object, and I can resize it. To me, one of the greatest features is the use of photos. So I'm going to bring in a blank page, which is at the bottom left-hand side. You can see that here there's a little photo icon. It's going to find all the different photos that I have on my iPad, or I can take a picture right up at the top if you want to have use the iPad camera. So I'm going to bring in some photos from the Vancouver Aquarium, like I'd been on a field trip, which in a way it felt like it was. And I'm going to click this picture, and so here the students could type in oopsies, there we go. Bring in that cursor, there we go. We x-rayed, oopsies, that was the wrong autocorrect. X-rayed a seal. Put my keyboard away, come back to my select tool, and I can resize that. Bring in another blank page, go to my photos, tap on that photo, bring up my text box, get my cursor in there. This is Kavna, the beluga whale. And this is a picture just a few days actually before Kavna died at the Vancouver Aquarium. That was very sad. So I've got a beautiful picture of her floating upside down during the whale show. So then, if the kids were all finished, you could go back to the Notebook content. And here, if you click on it again, you can get your content once more. And I can look at my different slides one more time. But what I can also do, so if I hit the edit button at the top left, and I click on this, I can now change this. So this is my Notebook. Actually, I'll call this Vancouver Aquarium Field Trip. And the students could call these files whatever they'd like. It is designed for the kids to work with. Then at the top left is where the kids can share that with you. So they can email the selected file. And it'll save it as a .notebook and send it off. I'm going to delete that draft because I won't send it. But the other thing you can do if you hit the edit button, let's say you didn't need this lesson anymore, and this is so the kids don't fill up the iPad with content, you hit the trash can to delete the selected file, and then it goes away. So that's how we're going to create iPad content and Notebook content on our iPad app.